Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. Republic First Bank becomes first US bank to collapse in 2024. Philadelphia-based Republic First Bank has been closed by Pennsylvania Department of Banking and Securities, which appointed the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation (FDIC) as receiver. It has become the first US bank failure this year. Republic First Bank's 32 branches in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York will reopen as branches of Fulton Bank. What is antimicrobial resistance? New evidence from the WHO shows extensive overuse of antibiotics during COVID-19 pandemic may have exacerbated silent spread of antimicrobial resistance (AMR). AMR threatens the effective prevention and treatment of an ever-increasing range of infections. It occurs when bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites change over time and no longer respond to medicines, making infections hard to treat. World's largest 3D printer unveiled in United States. The University of Maine in the United States has unveiled the world's largest polymer 3D printer, breaking its own record set in 2019. The new printer is 4 times larger than its predecessor and can print objects as large as 96 feet long by 32 feet wide by 18 feet high. It can create a single-story home in around 80 hours. Dubai begins building world's largest airport for 2 lakh crores. Dubai approved the designs for a new passenger terminal at Al Muqtam International Airport and commenced the constructions of the building at a cost of AED 128 billion, that is equivalent to 2 lakh crores. Al Muqtam International Airport will have world's largest capacity, reaching up to 260 million passengers. It will be 5 times the size of the current Dubai International Airport. United Arab Emirates and Ukraine reached a trade deal. The new state agency WAM reported this week that UAE and Ukraine reached trade deal that the comprehensive economic agreement will lower tariff and eliminate trade obstacles. According to the UAE Foreign Trade Minister, this move will open up new avenues for investment in sectors such as logistics, manufacturing, and information technology. Sri Lanka's cabinet has approved the plan to renovate the Kankesanturai port in the northern part of the island. The project will be executed under an Indian financial grant. The project has faced delays as estimated costs surpassed available funds. Recognizing the project's significance, India has pledged to cover the entire estimated cost of the project. Situated in the northern region of Sri Lanka, the 16-acre Kankesanturai port or KKS port is located 104 kilometers from Karaikal port in Pondicherry. Last year, ferry service began between India and Sri Lanka, commenced with a direct passenger ship service connecting Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu to Kankesanturai port in Sri Lanka. The ferry covers 111 kilometers in about 3.5 hours and is an important method of connectivity for the people of both regions. Defense Research and Development Organization successfully tests smart anti-submarine missile system. India successfully conducted trials of the supersonic missile-assisted release of torpedo, also called a SMART, anti-submarine missile system off the coast of Odisha's Balasore on Wednesday this week. SMART is a next-generation missile-based lightweight torpedo delivery system designed and developed by Defense Research and Development Organization to enhance the anti-submarine warfare capability of Indian Navy, the Defense Ministry said in a statement. Propaganda against India. Government on United States report on religious freedom in India. The government of India has dismissed a report by the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom that expressed concern over religious freedom in India. USCIRF is also known as biased organization with political agenda. They continue to publish their propaganda on India, masquerading an annual report. Their efforts to interfere in the world's largest electoral exercise will never succeed, MEA further stated. Shaksgam Valley is part of India government amid reports of China's construction activities. Government of India has launched a strong protest with China for carrying out construction activities in Shaksgam Valley, saying it is India's part. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said India never accepted the so-called China-Pakistan Boundary Agreement of 1963, through which Pakistan unlawfully attempted to seize the area to China. India called it an illegal attempt to alter the situation on ground. Shaksgam Valley, which lies in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, was ceded by Pakistan to China in 1963 under an agreement to settle border differences. The pact was signed to put pressure on India. China and Pakistan built Karakoram passing through the region, which provides link for Tibet and Xinjiang in China with POK. Turkey has stopped all trade exports and imports to and from Israel, the Turkish Trade Ministry said, citing worsening humanitarian tragedy in the Palestinian territories. It added that measures would be in place until Israel allowed an uninterrupted and sufficient flow of aid into Gaza. The ministry had described the steps as second phase of measure against Israel. The 12th India-Netherlands Foreign Office consultations were held in Hague, Netherlands. The last Foreign Office consultations took place in New Delhi in December 2022. Both sides welcomed the progress in all areas and deliberated on the way forward in priority sectors of water, agriculture and health, science and technology, and high-tech and innovation. They underscored their interest to raise the level of ambition and agreement to further strengthen bilateral relations by focusing on new emerging technologies like semiconductors and green hydrogen. The two sides appreciated the robust and fast-growing economic ties and noted the importance of holding the inaugural meeting of fast-track mechanism for Indian companies in the Netherlands as an important step towards further enhancing B2B relations. The 7th India-Indonesia Joint Defence Cooperation Committee meeting was held in New Delhi this week. During the meeting, both sides expressed satisfaction and expanding scope of defense cooperation between the two countries. The progress made on various bilateral defense cooperation initiatives were deliberated in meeting of the Working Group on Defense Cooperation and Defense Industry Cooperation was also reviewed by the co-chairs. In Sri Lanka, the High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Santosh Jha, visited the Trincomalee oil tank farms, where he received a comprehensive briefing on the impressive developments within the lower tank farms. These advancements, facilitated by investment from the Lanka Indian Oil Corporation, underscores the deepening economic ties between India and Sri Lanka. The infrastructure redeveloped by Lanka IOC helped the island in managing fuel shortages during the economic crisis. During his visit, the High Commissioner engaged with the technical team of the Indian Navy's Dornier aircraft, which had played a pivotal role in augmenting Sri Lanka's maritime surveillance capabilities. The visit lays stress on the long-standing partnership between the two nations in several sectors and is in line with India's neighborhood-first policy. The fourth meeting of India-Maldives High-Level Core Group was held in New Delhi on 4th May. Both sides continued the discussions on wide-ranging issues related to bilateral cooperation. These include defense cooperation, development cooperation projects, efforts to enhance bilateral trade and investment, and capacity building initiatives. During the meeting, both sides also reviewed the ongoing efforts to enable the continued operations of Indian aviation platform that provide humanitarian aid and medical evacuation services to the people of Maldives. Iran releases all crew members, including 16 Indians, from seized ship. Iran on Friday said it released all the crew members of the Portuguese flagged cargo vessel MSC Ares that had 17 Indians among the 25 people on board on humanitarian grounds. And Tessa Joseph, the sole woman cadet among the Indian crew member, was released day after the tanker was seized by Iran's military on 13th of April. Iran, however, maintains control over the vessel at present. India and Sweden convened the seventh session of Foreign Office consultation in Stockholm yesterday. During the session, both sides welcomed the progress in all areas of bilateral cooperation. Both countries stressed the need for focus of new emerging technologies like semiconductors, green steel, and green batteries. The two sides also discussed security aspects including cybersecurity and counter-terrorism. They agreed to consider collaboration in defense sector. They exchanged views to cooperate in reforms of the United Nations Security Council, especially in the build-up of this summit in future. They emphasized the need for an early conclusion of mutually beneficial India-European Union Free Trade Agreement. What is Article 361, which grants immunity to President and Governors? Article 361 grants immunity to President and Governor as they are not unanswerable to any court for exercise and performance of powers and duties of their office. No criminal proceedings can be initiated or continued against President or Governor in court during their office term. West Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose was recently accused of molesting a Raj Bhavan staffer. What are flirt variants of COVID 19? A new group of COVID 19 variants known as flirt has emerged in the United States. The FLIRT variants descended from the deadly Omicron variant but are derivatives of JN.1 strain. They are marked by mutations identified by the letters F, L, R, and T in their genetic codes. KP.2, one of the subvariant in this set, is of rising concern. And now for the segment where we see the events that unfolded itself this week back in history. 28 April 1945, Benito Mussolini executed. Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, Il Duce, who after a series of military misadventures became unpopular even amongst his fellow fascists, was captured while trying to flee Italy and was executed on this day in 1945. 29th April 2011, British Royal Wedding. On this day in 2011, Prince William of Wales, second in line to the British throne, married his longtime girlfriend Catherine Middleton in a lavish ceremony broadcast to millions of television viewers. 30th of April 1789, George Washington inaugurated. George Washington, the first president of the United States, was inaugurated this day in 1789 in Federal Hall in New York City, addressing his constituency on the proceedings of a new and a free government. First May 1889, May Day founded. On this day in 1889, May Day, traditionally a celebration of return of spring, marked by dancing around the maypole, was first observed as Labour holiday, designated as such by the International Socialist Congress. 2nd May 1939, Louis Gregg's 2,130 game streak ended. On this day in 1939, New York Yankee great Louis Gregg, the Iron Horse of American baseball, ended his streak of the consecutive games played, that is 2,130, setting a record that stood until 1995 when it was broken by Carl Ripken Jr. 3rd May 1979, Margaret Thatcher elected Prime Minister of Britain. On this day in 1979, Margaret Thatcher of the Conservative Party was elected British Prime Minister, becoming the first woman in Europe to hold that post. She later became the longest continuously serving British Premier since 1827. 4th May 1970, 4 students shot at Kent State. On this day in 1970, an anti-Vietnam War demonstration at Kent State University turned deadly when the Ohio National Guard shot 4 unarmed students and wounded 9 others, further turning public opinion against the war. Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.